Welcome to Unfold Data Science, friends. My name is Aman and I am a data scientist. Guys, when you go and learn data science from some institutes or when you do an academic course in data science, then there are some topics which is not covered as part of the syllabus. The reason for that is these topics are very specific and niche from industry point of view, from application point of view. One of such topic is known as data leakage. Okay, so in this video I am going to explain you what is data leakage, how it occurs with various examples, is it good or bad, and how to avoid it. Okay, so we will understand all the details of data leakage in this video. Before moving on, guys, please press the subscribe button if you have not done yet, and also press the bell icon so that you receive all the notifications of Unfold Data Science. Let us start, guys. If an interviewer asks you what is your understanding of data leakage, then what will be your answer? First, we will understand that. What is data leakage? So data leakage is nothing but a phenomena where information is exchanged between training and validation data. When I say training and validation, it can be training and test or training and prediction data. Okay, so just to revise one more time, what is the purpose of machine learning, guys? Learning pattern from the data. How it typically works? There will be a data and then we plug this data with a machine learning algorithm and we get something known as a model, correct? Now this model is the entity which has learned the pattern from the data, so we can ask various questions to the model. We can say, hey, since you have learned the pattern, can you tell me what will be the sales next month? Can you tell me what will be the salary of this employee given these features? All these questions we can ask to this model. What is the process of creating this model? We have to use one part of data and call it train data. Other part of data we call it test data. You can think of this test as validation data or prediction data, whatever, but there is one set which is called training data. Fine. What is the definition of data leakage is by doing anything. I will discuss what are those things. By doing anything, if information is exchanged between this set and this set, this phenomena is called data leakage. Is that a problem? Yes. Why? If you train your model on this and you test your model on this, and this set already has, train set already has some information of the test set, then your model test accuracy will always be good, right? But that is not the purpose. Purpose is not to get a good test accuracy. Purpose is to use the model in production in a better way, right? So we should not have any information of test inside train and vice versa. Let us understand why this happens. Example number 1 or scenario number 1. Let us say in your data there are 1000 records. Out of these 1000 records, there are 200 records which are duplicate, okay, repeating information, repeating rows. When you split your data in test and train, right, then let us say 150 of this 200 goes in train and 50 of this 200 goes in test. What is happening, guys? Same record, exactly same information is present in train and test both. This is one example of data leakage. Same information is present. If you train your model in this set, test in this set, your test accuracy will be great, but the model is of no use. I mean, there is lot of scope for model improvement. So that is not a good picture. That is not giving you a good view of how your model is. That is scenario number 1, having duplicate records. Scenario number 2 is data pre-processing. Most common mistake that we do and we create data leakage problem. Let us understand with a simple example. So you start with X. X is your main data. Okay. From this X you break X train and X test. Okay. X train, TRAIN, X test. Okay. Now let us say you apply some data pre-processing on this X and then you break your data. So data leakage problem might occur. Let us understand with an example. Let us say you are applying a scaling on this x, and scaling is mean max scalar. Okay, so the minimum value of, let us say, age column is 25, maximum value of age column is 100. When you do scaling on this entire x, what happens is the test and train both are in one bucket, and then you are doing scaling, which means all the information is available to train set and test it both. And after this step, if you break the data, then some data leakage has already happened. What is the solution to that, guys? First break, then do the pre-processing. Okay, if you first break and then do the pre-processing, then this data leakage problem or the information exchange problem might not be there. Okay, so what you will do in scaling case, you will break the data, you will fit a scalar here, and same scalar you will use to transform the test data. That is a better approach, better way to do things. Similarly for other data pre-processing. This is scenario number 2 where data leakage can occur. Scenario number 3 is by doing something. If you are capturing future information in model training, that is not a good thing to do, because when you deploy your model, you will not have future information, guys. Okay, for example, let us say this is Unfold Data Science Facebook page. I want to train a model to know what is the state duration of a person on Unfold Data Science Facebook page. Then the information which should be present in the training data is what is the personal details of the person, since how much time he is present, what all activities he or she is doing on the page. All this is present information. Now suppose if I have the information from Unfold Data Science page where the person goes, then I have that information of future. That information, if in some way I use in my model training, that is not a good thing to do. That is a data leakage. The purpose of the data is to predict the future, not use the future to train the model. So this is scenario number 3. These are the different scenarios in which unknowingly you create a data leakage problem in your data, and when you test your data on testing or validation, you will see good numbers, but that model is not very useful if you want to use it in production. So I hope you understood this phenomena, how it occurs and how to overcome it. The difference between a good data scientist and a great data scientist is you know what you are doing every step. That is what makes a data scientist a great data scientist. When you are doing a data pre-processing, you know what you are doing and what will be the outcome and how you want to use it. So just be careful on these areas, guys. Do not have a data leakage problem. Model will not be robust. Let me know if you have any doubts, any questions. I am here to answer you. I'll see you all in the next video, guys. Till then, wherever you are, stay safe and take care.